Hey everyone, welcome back to Gray's Gyan. In this video, we're diving into one of the most fascinating structures inside the nucleus, the nucleolus. If you've ever wondered how your cells make ribosomes, or why some genetic diseases cause premature aging, the answer starts right here. Let's break it down, simply and clearly. What exactly is the nucleolus? Think of your cell as a city. The nucleus is City Hall, the control center. And the nucleolus? It's the factory sitting inside City Hall. Its job is very specific. It makes ribosomal RNA, or rRNA, and assembles ribosome subunits. Ribosomes are the machines your cell uses to build proteins. No ribosomes means no proteins. No proteins means no life. You'll see the nucleolus clearly in an interphase nucleus. That's when the cell is not dividing. It appears as a dark, dense spot inside the nucleus. One key thing, it has no membrane. It's a membraneless organelle. It forms by a process called phase separation, like oil droplets forming in water. Now, inside the nucleolus there are three distinct zones. Think of it as a production line. Zone 1, the fibrillar center or FC. This is the storage area. It holds pools of RNA polymerase I, the enzyme that's going to start everything. Zone 2, the dense fibrillar component, or DFC. This is the production floor. Transcription of rDNA actually happens at the FC-DFC boundary. The RNA transcripts are then processed here and coupled to small nucleolar ribonucleoproteins, SNORNPs. Zone 3, the granular component, or GC. This is the packaging and dispatch area. Final assembly of ribosome subunits happens here before they're exported. FC, DFC, GC. Storage, production, dispatch. Simple. Now the most important part. How does the nucleolus actually build a ribosome? Step 1. RNA polymerase I reads the rDNA genes. These genes are arranged in clusters called nucleolar organizing regions, or NORs. In humans, NORs sit on the short arms of 5 pairs of chromosomes, numbers 13, 14, 15, 21, and 22. These are called acrocentric chromosomes. Step 2. A large precursor RNA is produced, the 47S pre-RNA. Think of it as a rough draft. Step 3. This 47S is then cut and processed into 3 mature forms, 28S, 18S, and 5.8S RNA. Step 4. Meanwhile, a 4th type, 5S RNA, is made by RNA polymerase III, outside the nucleolus and imported in. All 4 are then assembled with proteins to form 2 subunits, the large 60S subunit and the small 40S subunit. Step 5. These subunits are exported through nuclear pores into the cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, they combine to form the complete 80S ribosome, ready to synthesize proteins. Quick note on those acrocentric chromosomes. Acrocentric just means the centromere sits very close to one end, leaving a tiny short arm where the NORs live. Humans have 726 nucleolar proteins, identified using protein purification and mass spectrometry. That tells us this structure is incredibly complex and multifunctional. Let me quickly walk you through the processing diagram on screen. RNA pol 1 makes the 47S precursor. It gets cleaved into 28S, 18S, and 5.8S. The 5S comes in from outside. Together, they form the 60S and 40S subunits. These 2 subunits then dock together in the cytoplasm to make the complete 80S ribosome. This whole process happens non-stop in actively growing and dividing cells. The nucleolus has to keep up with the protein demand, and it does, very efficiently. Here's something that surprises many students. The nucleolus disappears during mitosis. When the cell enters mitosis, the nucleolus disassembles and transcription switches off. The NORs on the acrocentric chromosomes become silent. At the end of mitosis, in telophase, as the nuclear envelope reforms, the nucleolus reassembles around those same NORs. It becomes fully functional again in G1 phase, and that's when ribosome production kicks back into gear. Why does this matter? Because during active cell growth and division, the cell needs a constant, steady supply of ribosomes. The nucleolus is that supply engine. Slow down here, this is high-yield exam content now. Why should a clinician care about the nucleolus? DNA helicases are enzymes that unwind DNA. Several of them accumulate inside the nucleolus under specific stress conditions. Two classic examples: Bloom syndrome, caused by a mutation in the BLM helicase gene. It's autosomal recessive. Person present with growth deficiency, immunodeficiency, and a dramatically increased risk of cancer, because DNA repair is impaired. Werner syndrome, caused by a mutation in the WRN helicase gene. Also autosomal recessive. This one causes premature aging. Patients develop cataracts, osteoporosis, and age-related diseases decades earlier than normal. Both genes encode helicases that accumulate in the nucleolus. This tells us the nucleolus isn't just a ribosome factory, it's also a hub for DNA repair and genome stability. Before we wrap up, let me quickly credit the researchers behind what we know. In 2007, Boisver and colleagues at the University of Dundee published a landmark paper in Nature Reviews showing the nucleolus does far more than make ribosomes. It regulates cell stress, the cell cycle, and multiple RNA pathways. In 2018, Tiku and Antabai, from the Max Planck Institute, made a fascinating discovery. Smaller nucleoli are linked to longer lifespan across multiple species. This opened a whole new chapter in aging research. And in 2023, Webster and Galei, from Emory University, published a detailed study on small nucleolar RNAs and how they guide ribosome assembly. The nucleolus is a very active research area, with direct implications for cancer, aging, and rare disease. The nucleolus is the ribosome factory inside the nucleus. It has 3 zones, FC, DFC, and GC, each doing a specific job in producing ribosome subunits. Our DNA on acrocentric chromosomes is transcribed into a 47S precursor, processed into 28S, 18S, and 5.8S rRNA, assembled with 5S into 60S and 40S subunits, then exported. It disassembles in mitosis and reforms in telophase. Mutations in nucleolar helicases cause Bloom and Werner syndromes. And fascinatingly, smaller nucleoli may actually mean a longer life. That's the nucleolus, done and dusted. If this helped you, smash that like button and subscribe to Gray's Gyan. We cover Gray's Anatomy topic by topic, clearly and concisely, just like this. Drop any questions in the comments. I read every single one. See you in the next video.